Hello, video 24, joining and merging datasets. This is an amazing thing to be able to do, and Pandas and Python kind of let you do it quite easily compared to other systems. So we're using Pandas again, but this time we've got two datasets. We've got Majestic SEO data, which is the backlink profile, which includes volume of links, citation flow, and trust flow for each app listing page which we have in the Play dataset. And what we're going to do is we're going to join them together to add more features to our dataset for in the future when we want to maybe run some decision trees on it to see if we can predict a ranking. So all this is loaded in. We've inspected the data. Pay attention to your Maj data because it's the first time you've seen it. Yeah, basically that's what it looks like there. So it's the Maj link is the page URL, which is link in the Play data. So in order to join or merge things, we're just going to there's a method called join, but we're going to focus on merge because merge is going to continue forward as the main way of merging data sets. So we create a object called merge data. We do that by doing PD, so pandas merge, and then first data set, second data set, so that's left and then right, and then merge on left, and that's a column name that you want to merge on. So this is your key that marries a unifying key that marries both those data sets together. And merge on right is a link. So these are basically the same columns, they have the same data in them. So if we run that, and then if we look at head, we'll see that the Majestic data and the Play data are sitting next to each other. But to show that they've merged properly and not just kind of went AWOL and then joined at any point, we're going to just look at the joining columns. And as you can see, they're all the exact same, like the one next to each other, so you know that they're joined properly. This is how we do it when we're just dealing with columns and we want to join columns. But what happens if we have an index? How do we merge on index? It's very similar, just a slight change in syntax and you'll be rocking. So in each data set, we're going to set the index. So each one is going to be, one's going to be Maj link and the other one's going to be link. And we do the exact same as we did before, but in this case, we put left index, so that's Maj data, true, and right index equals true, because both of the indexes are set and that's one we want to join on. So if we join these, we'll get a slightly different output. Basically, in the name of the Spice Girls, two become one. We'll see what I mean. So there you go. That is those joined on the index. And now we've got all the data, all the features of the data lined up next to each other for the corresponding app listing page. The other way to do it is, I'm just going to show you, just quickly show you how to join using join, because I still use it sometimes, but I believe it's becoming depreciated, so it might not be usable in future versions of Python or Pandas. So join example is slightly different syntax. So you just put the left database, so Maj join dot join, and then put them in the bracket, Play data, and what it does is it looks for the columns that match and then it joins based on that, and we should get a similar output to what we had with merge at the top. There you go. So it's because we set the index in this data, it's just merging them based on the index of each one. So that's how you do it with join. Now, a couple of things that you need to remember that I've not shown in this example, and these are like the holy grail. I always need to look this up because I keep forgetting. But if we're doing a left outer join, so what we can do is in here, in the merge, we can do outer, how equals, and we've got outer. I'm not going to run this because it will probably break. What this is the type of join that it is. And it's important to know, so there you go. Left, right, outer, inner. It's important to remember these because it can really mess up your data. It can really, it can drop data from the two sets when it's merging. It can overwrite data. One can take precedence over the other. So if you just remember, this is the examples here. So left outer join uses a key from the left frame only. Right outer join uses the keys from the right frame only. So it will drop the ones in the left or vice versa. Full outer join. It's a union of keys on both frames, so it just pulls them all together. And an inner one will try pair both the data frames with the data inside of it, which is similar to what we were doing there. But this is quite basic data. It's not really complex stuff, so we can kind of take a liberty with it. But remember these joins, because joins are what makes binding data together. It makes it effective, and you want to make sure you've done it right so you don't drop or lose data or mess up data, and then make predictions based on that messed up data, because then it's just a big shit show. So that is merging data. You'll be able to do really simple merges with what I've shown you. Look into the left, the inner outer join behavior. The inner, was it left, right, full, inner? That's what. If you liked this video, if you thought it was useful, if you could immediately go merge two data sets, hit like. Any comments, queries, questions about this, about the joins, I'll do my best to answer them. Just stick them in the comments. And if you want to help support the community, help us grow by subscribing, by sharing it with your friends. And yeah, that is video 24. 25 is next. That's 5 more videos after that. Then you've done like 30 days of Python. I'm very proud of you. It is hard. It is effortful to take this time out of your day. I will see you for video 25.